Hello, my name is Justin Valenti. Thank you for allowing me to talk about the books that I have published as an author this afternoon. I started publishing books when I was only 22 years old in 2018. I enjoyed working on all of the books that I published, but my favorite book out of all the books is Meeting the Girl. Meeting the Girl is a story about a man who finds love, loses love, and finds love again. It took me several months to write and illustrate Meeting the Girl. There are about 51 pages in Meeting the Girl, and most of the book is about my experiences with dating. I will share a couple excerpts from that book with all of you now. This book was self-published worldwide in spring 2019. There's also an audiobook version and an ebook version for those who prefer to listen to the book or read it online. Meeting the Girl is one of my favorite books because it shows the reader how powerful love can be. This book tells a great story about how a man can find love. I remember how much I enjoyed the process when I was working on the book. There are two other books that I published online. Another one is Blast from the Past, which is a picture book of my artwork. I will share that book with you next. Blast from the Past is a book that is full of artwork that I did when I was just starting out as a professional artist. I also liked working on that book because every step of the process was exciting for me. This was because Blast from the Past was my first book and being an author was new to me. Blast from the Past took about 6 months for me to complete and publish the book. Here are a couple of excerpts from Blast from the Past. My most recent book, The Zinnia Virus, is one of my less popular books, but it is very unique in that it uses a style that you do not normally see in my artwork. For that book, I traced collages and then digitally painted those collages in Adobe Photoshop. I also made the collages using images from Google and other search engines. I also worked on this book with Think Tank Animate. I worked on all my books with Think Tank Animate, and it took me about a year to complete this project. The Zinnia Virus was one of my most difficult book projects because it was a project that I had to spend a lot of time on. Since I also have a part-time job, it was difficult to schedule time to work on that book around my work schedule. I worked on this project on my days off from work, and I also worked on this book on certain holidays and most weekends. The finished project is a beautiful graphic novel that I spent a lot of time on, and I am very proud of how it turned out. Now, I will show you what that book looks like. I use the self-publishing method for all of my books because it is the quickest way to publish a book. Although I did not use a publishing company, I had one of my mentors from an organization called Think Tank Animate help me with publishing my books. I met him after I started virtual tutoring with an organization for animators and artists who have autism called Exceptional Minds in California. He is an exceptional mentor, and his organization helps people who have autism and other neurological disorders with telling their stories through several types of different projects. Those projects include music videos, graphic novels, audiobooks, comic books, animations, and films. When that organization started, I was one of their first students, and I started working on my first book in 2018. I did not transition from my other organization called Exceptional Minds to Think Tank until after my first book was published. I'm open to answering questions or comments that you may have about any of my books. Thank you for your time.